Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm just going to be doing a quick review and demo of the Skullkrane Animatronics 2019 animated Tricycle clown. So first of all, obviously, I'm not in my normal filming environment, so the lighting is not the greatest, but just try to ignore that here. So this is an animatronic that I got for free from Skullkrane Animatronics because he was not able to fix my Rosemary Zombie Girl. Not the new one that I got, but an old one that I had, so he gave me this in exchange. So yeah, so now I have him. You may have seen him in my official walkthrough of my haunt last year because I just kind of had him in my driveway, and he's such a cool prop. He's very high quality, first of all. He's made from, all metal. The mechanism is simple, which means that his movement is simple, but because it's so simple, that essentially means that he's going to be very hard to break, because it's essentially just a windshield wiper motor type design. It's very SVI-esque, if you know what I mean there. I know I'm doing this review a little bit late, but I just kind of decided that I had to do one because I haven't really seen any up on YouTube, and he's such a cool prop. So, he's very freaky. I had him out in my driveway, last year, and he was just kind of roaming around there. He's a very freaky looking one, and he freaks out a lot of people. He isn't the most terrifying thing ever in the sense that he's like a jump scare, but he's just kind of very, creepy and childish and just innocently creepy, if you know what I mean. And that's kind of what's cool about clowns like this, is when they're done right, they're really creepy. So I'm not gonna have him in my circus hallway this year for a reason that I will tell in a second. But first of all, let's just get right onto his quality. So his face right here, as you can see, is just made of a kind of hard plastic. It's a really, really quality material. I mean, this ain't breaking or chipping or cracking or anything like that. It's very high quality. And then his eyes light up right there. They're just made of kind of a little bit of a cheaper plastic, but it's still a very high quality one. As you can see right here, he has just kind of like a clown wig. It's cool looking. It can be actually, yeah, you can take it off right here. I don't quite like the look this right here. I do like that you can see his face better, but I just think that the clown wig gives it a bit more of a traditional clown look, which I am a fan of. Oh god. Hold on. Wait, clown wig is a bit of a chore to put back on here. Alright, we're back. But anyway, as I was saying, he's a very high quality and cool looking prop. His face is made of kind of like a hard plastic material. Then his hands, made of that same hard plastic, and same with his shoes. And then his bike here is made with a nice quality feeling hard metal, and that's the same thing. If we go back here, hold on, excuse me for a second. If we go back here in his mechanism, we can see it's all metal. It's a very SVI-esque mechanism, but that's the thing that turns his head right there, and then it's just on this kind of little thing right here. And then same with down here, it's the exact same windshield wiper type mechanism. So it works very well. It's quality. And then he has a speaker box right here. He does have a try me button that you can activate him with, which is cool, but I don't know why it's positioned here. It's a bit of a weird positioning, because I guess you could probably stick it out of his arm right here, but I don't know. Then as you can see, he has, this is the one thing that is kind of weird about him here. The battery pack for him doesn't really have a designated place to go, so it just kind of goes down there. That's fine. You can't really tell right here. I mean, I would probably want to reposition it out of his leg at some point if I can maybe just make a little stand for it in there, but for now, it doesn't look too weird. It looks fine. Yeah. And then he does not have a foot pad input, which is kind of sad because I do have the Spirit multi-prop remote thing right here, or receiver, a couple of them, and then the remote. And then I could actually use them in the hallway, but unfortunately I cannot. So yeah, overall, he's a pretty high quality prop. Here, wait, let me just close this back up. I'll get back to you in a second. But yeah, as I was saying, he is a very high quality prop. He's cool looking. The audio I'm not a fan of just because it does have some creepy laughs in there from, I believe, the Spirit Halloween Bouncer Baby, or Bouncer Zombie Baby, you know what I mean. But unfortunately, you can't really tell what he's saying, which you'll see here in a second. Now, it's not really an issue because he's going to be drowned out by tons of other prop noises anyway when it's Halloween night, so no one will really care. All they'll see is just kind of the creepy clown, but yeah. Anyway, now his only real flaw is that when he's activated, most props like this, they will have a mechanism that brings him forward, and then once the activation's done, it will bring him back. He does not do that. He just goes forward and then stops, but he goes forward like a lot. So every maybe, depending on how long your driveway is, mine it was around like 5 minutes, you have to go and just pull him back so that he doesn't go in the street. Now, I don't know if you could find a way to work around this, and it wasn't that annoying last year because every so often I could just watch him and go over there, because I was mainly just looking over everything, making sure the props didn't break and stuff. I wasn't really scaring people, but it's still a bit of an issue right here because, oh god, it's falling over, whoops. Anyway, it's still a bit of an issue here because you do kind of have to grab this thing and just pull back, and this wheel doesn't move, so you just kind of have to drag it along here, which isn't too big of an issue, but it's still just a little bit weird to me that they would actually, that like they wouldn't make it go back, because it's fine, it's not that inconvenient, but this year, considering that I'm going to be inside of the haunted house all of Halloween, I can't bring it back. Sorry, his arm just popped out of the socket right here because I bumped it, so I'll get that back in. But as I was saying, it's just, I don't know, I do kind of wish that he went back. It's still not that inconvenient, because I'm sure I can just ask, like, my dad or one of my friends or someone to just keep watch over it and pull it back every so often. But yeah, that is kind of his one flaw. But other than that, he's a really cool animatronic. He doesn't really have any flaws or any issues with him, but other than that, and nothing major still with that issue. I mean, it's barely an issue. Yeah. Here, wait, I just have to close this back up here. But anyway, as I was saying, he's a super duper cool prop. He doesn't have enough flaws. Like, that's the only flaw that he has, so I wouldn't consider it a deal breaker. But if you are someone who you know, like, I won't be able to constantly keep watch over this prop Halloween night, then he might not be the best prop for you. But in my case, he's a great prop, he's cool, he's quality. Anyway, I will get into the demo right here. He's a decently loud prop, which I like, but I still, because I'm not a massive fan of that audio, I would like it if he was a little bit quieter, but I don't really care. Yeah, so I will get into the demo of him right here. Yeah, so he can be activated by sound or the try me button, but I will choose the try me button. But as you can see, he goes pretty far. Like, he started from about right here and went all the way to over here. So, you know, every so often you just kind of have to go back here and just kind of pull him back to his original position. Which, that's fine. I don't really care. He's just such a freaky prop that that's an inconvenience that I'm okay to have. Yeah, overall, he freaked a lot of people out on Halloween. Just because I think it's really creepy to go up to a haunt and see, I mean, this freaking face right here, coming at you on a tricycle. So, he's a cool one, for sure. He's not on the Skullkrane website right now, but if he ever goes back up, I highly, highly recommend purchasing him. He's one that will definitely last you for many, many, many years to come. And he's just a freaky one. He's he's just kind of, he's what I looked for in a clown prop. Because, like, I feel like most clown props are too over the top, but this one is perfect. It's creepy, and it has kind of that creepy innocence to it that clowns do, which is what makes them so creepy. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and bye.